Base 27 jump. Big 180. Set. Hot on.
We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out and start the season.
It came down to the final quarter, clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this.
Welcome back to Dynasty Mode. Next, let's choose your rosters. If you're looking for the latest EA Sports, here is where you can customize your Dynasty experience. Similar to last year, here's where you'll modify your settings from the updated list of available options and customize your conferences complete with unique rules and protected rivals. It's now time to select your team. Would you prefer to take over an established contender or build a team from the ground up? Pay attention to each team's prestige rating, represented by the number of stars next to time to figure out where on the coaching staff you want to start. Whichever role you decide on, you'll receive new coaching opportunities throughout the season via the coaching carousel, and it's all based on now for the fun part. Now it's time to choose your coach's archetype. Your starting choices are motivator, recruiter, and tactician. What's most important to you? Maximizing player development, acquiring new talent, or putting your team in the best position to win? Congratulations. It's time to... Welcome, everyone, to Akron, Ohio, and home of the Akron Zips, where the fans have been eagerly anticipating this matchup, one that could call back the glory days once seen in the old Rubber Bowl. The Owls have been waiting, and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. On the move from inside his 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So Akron's offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. They'll go to the ground. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Looking downfield, it's Finley. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. The Zips line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Owls offense has its first opportunity of the day. And Jesse, they've got a running back they'd love to feature in this if he is able to answer the challenge.
Yeah, and listen, this guy might not be a Heisman finalist, but he can break off long runs. And this defense, David, they better be ready. They better pack a lunch, show up today, and try to get hats to the football. Because if you come out here with your B game, he can run all over you.
It is important for this offense, too, because they need to have balance on offense. They need the ground game to get going. He's capable. He's shown flashes. We just want to see it consistently.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Off the play fake. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Going to try to get it himself. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. Chains are set, and Temple has it with another 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Oh, what a move. Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. This Temple offense putting together a nice drive. They're looking for an advantage to the right. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
To the air, it's Simon. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Got his man downfield. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on them.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Owls. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And he makes the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Hold it, finds his man on the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown him 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
And the Zips can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to go up top. Complete downfield. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
These read option plays are very hard to stop because you got to have enough guys in the box to play that immediate run, but also always be ready for that quarterback to take the ball and scoot out wide.
And when the quarterback operates as like a magician, it makes it even tougher.
Yeah, when he can see it, read it, and just flat go, those easy plays right there. I mean, he just picks up a little bit of yardage, but he can do it again and again and again, and it's just frustrating.
Fires to the big fella. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
I love the start for this quarterback on 3rd down. 3rd down, obviously money down. Got to have success, but to have success early, that opens up everything. Like, we trust him. He's got a rhythm going. He's feeling good, and he got a lot of confidence.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, that play didn't stand a chance. I mean, nobody even blocked that guy, and he's able to get the tackle for loss.
Dropping back, it's Finley. They've got the screen set up. Turning it on! He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
Great job, too, by the QB there. Holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
Offense trying to go push pass on first down on the goal line, but the defense, tremendous surge up front. They get penetration, and they get the tackle for loss.
After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. Power football with the run. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Important play coming on this opening day. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to sneak it. Sneaks into the end zone.
And I tell you what, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. Just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs it for 6.
And he puts through the extra point. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And it was finished off with the quarterback sneak. Fielded in the end zone. It's Stewart. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Temple takes over and the offense will return to the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Now they've got breathing room, got 6 all the way out to the 20. And the Owls in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking for a man. It's Simon. Makes the grab. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's Clark. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not...
And he hauls it in at the 30.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Looking to scramble. And to get rid of it quickly. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up fourth down. Temple lining up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Zips take over in Akron, ready to get that offense to work. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Unloads it downfield. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up. But if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The Zips will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's first down. Looking for a man. It's Simon. Moving away from pressure. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Wants to throw again. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on third down. Fourth down coming up. Temple lining up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. He makes the fair catch just outside his own 10 at the 11-yard line. Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Throws to the wideout. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender, understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go, and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
On third down, he drops to throw. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. And the Zips will call on their punt team. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. Fair catch just inside the 40. Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Makes the catch. It's Worthy. He gets a little bit of work done. He goes out of bounds at the 42.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Owls can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Finds his man. It's Worthy. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. This feels like 4-down territory, third and short from the 40. Now the play fake. Unleashes one. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. This offense gets into plus territory. They're going to go for it regardless of their field goal kicker's range. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Pulls it in, it's Williams. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
And the QB just makes it look easy. Drop back, surveys the field, makes the correct decision, throws the ball where his receiver can catch it, doesn't put it in harm's way. That's a really good quarterback making it look easy.
Finds the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The hurry up now. Second down. Clock ticking. To throw. It's Finley. Right on the money. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Zips will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Complete to the right. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. And the Zips have pushed it inside the 20.
The corner route is a very difficult route to cover. It's difficult because the receiver pushes up the field, so it looks like a deep route and then breaks really quickly to the sideline.
So now it's second and long. after the incompletion. Back to the passing game. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage. And did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. You jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT'd.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. And the Owls come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Looking for a chunk play on second and short. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Fires into traffic, intercepted. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
Well, the quarterback wants that throwback, guys. He's thinking to himself, I'm going to drive down the field here in a 2-minute situation. We're going to get the lead. We're going to have the momentum going into the first half, but he got too aggressive, and he should have thrown that one away or eaten it, because now the other team has a chance to score points here.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Really need to pick up some yardage this time on second and long. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Got it in the middle. It's Adams. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be fourth down. And it took everything he had, but he barely gets it in there. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a magnificent game there so far in Akron. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today.
Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. Not a lot of scoreboard fireworks from these guys in the first half, but they've got a chance here after making some halftime adjustments.
Yeah, and remember, it just takes one play to kick the door open, and all of a sudden there's a lot more confidence again. So which guy on this offense can hit the big home run and break this thing open?
Well, and the good thing is it's such a low-scoring game. I'm still very much in this. I can be who I am, make a few tweaks, make a few adjustments, and get this offense rolling.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And the QB leaves the pocket and he scrambles out and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football, but the relentless chase, I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the catch. It's worthy.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
They'll run play action. He's going to take off. It's a fumble on the play. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And this QB has the ability to make huge plays and scramble around and do things off schedule. But that time he coughed it up. Did a great job of getting outside the pocket, but the defense closed in.
Breaks into the open. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
Here's the handoff. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to pass. It's Finley. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The Zips are on the move. Looking to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
He'll pull it on the read. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Makes the catch. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. He slides that just inside the right upright. They double their lead up to 6 here in the 3rd quarter.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. Ball security going to be paramount this time, Jesse.
Yeah, and sense of urgency, too. They're trailing in this game right now. The turnover wasn't great, so, David, they really got to be able to put something positive together on this drive.
Put something positive together, be aggressive, but don't be reckless. Can't have any more of those turnovers.
On the run, it's Worthy. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Simon. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. The offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. Temple lining up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Let's see what he can do with it. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The Zips take over at Akron, ready to get that offense to work. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor.
There he goes. He's got the 1st down, and they did a brilliant job getting them out flanked with the Wildcat.
How many ways can I give to my guys who can fly, who are playmakers, and let them make big plays? This is another one you've seen. Catch the football, flip it ahead really quickly, get it to a burner, go in full speed across the formation. He gets the edge, makes the big play.
Gonna run it. It's Curry. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And the Zips with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Right back to it. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
Well, that guy is so quick coming out of his stance. Did you see how fast he got to the ball carrier to get that tackle for loss? Wow.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. Right down the boulevard. It's good. That'll make it a 2-score game at 16-7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Oregon has opened up the playbook, and they are scoring in bunches right now. This offense has been electric. They're up by 17 over the Stallions. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Wants to throw. It's Simon. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this is a big moment for this offense, too, because you want to capitalize on getting the turnover, right? You just threw an incompletion. Now you got a big down coming up. You've got to find a way to make a play here so that you can generate points and capitalize off of the opponent's mistake.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
Temple lining up to punt it away. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Back to pass. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Scanning the field, it's Finley. Fires to the middle. Pulls it in. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Kick is in the air. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. The Owls trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Off play action. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
How about this defense? Getting to the quarterback in back-to-back plays. You want to pressure the quarterback. If you get him on the ground, it's gravy. Nice job. 2 sacks in a row, bringing up a 3rd and long situation.
Rushes on him. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. Well, this drive probably won't help them pile up yards, but they could get points quickly, starting it with a 1st and goal. He'll keep it himself. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Akron!
And that's a really nice drive by this offense. They didn't get too conservative. They put the drive together. Now, the biggest thing for me, now the other team has to score 2 touchdowns. And that's the goal you want. You always want to make it as hard as possible. This offense executed in the 4th quarter. Nice job.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. And his first throw here is incomplete.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play, so nice job in coverage.
He'll try to do it himself. The ball's free. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. Great place to start for this offense. Quarterback on the keeper. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. There is nowhere to go. He has stopped, and it'll be 4th down from the 23. So here comes the field goal unit again. This kicker has already made 3 in this one. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And now the lead is even bigger.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You've got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
And the Owls with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Smith. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to pass, it's McCoy. He'll pull it down and run. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Sends it back in motion. Here comes the heat. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Well, the defense, they're smelling blood in the water now. Of course, they've already knocked the starting quarterback out of this game, and now with the backup in, they're bringing more pressure. It almost looks like they're more excited to get after him. This is just a very excited, very emotional defense right now.
Temple hoping to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a fourth down stop. Out of the gun to give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
As disappointing as this is, everything's still in front of this team. I mean, think back to 1983 Miami. Got blown out in the opener but won the national championship.
You're absolutely right, Reese. Lots to play for here. And there's no doubt when you watch this team, they've got the talent to get it done. They got to execute better. They got to iron out some of these mistakes we saw here on the field today. But I think if this is a team, if they stay healthy throughout the course of the year, David, they've got a lot to play for this season.
Goodness gracious, I guess I'm the only one that caught the 1983 reference. I know you two guys were alive. I wasn't even alive yet. Good Lord, you guys are old. Like, this is a long time ago. Can you use a little better reference there, Reese Davis?
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
it.